There is the voice of the Holy Spirit. And for instance, the voice of the Holy Spirit is not only pertain to those who have the Holy Spirit. For a person to hear the voice of the Holy Spirit, is not only those who have the Holy Spirit, it is everyone. Then it doesn't matter how much committed you are in your faith. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you come to church sometimes, if faith for you is not something so seriously, or it doesn't matter if you are very committed in your faith. That voice you will always hear. When you come in the church, when you are at home, when you are in the bus, going to school, going to work, when you are there among your friends, when someone offers you to do something that is wrong, it doesn't matter. All the time you're going to hear this voice. Because all the time the Holy Spirit, He's going to try to lead us to do what is right. We're going to have an option to do what is wrong. And on that moment, he will try to speak with us. In the back of that person's mind, there will be that sweet voice telling, don't do that. Why are you doing this? Why are you going to say that? Why you want to go to that place? But of course, in the end, it is each one of us who decide if we are going to listen that voice or not. But the voice of the Holy Spirit, it is everywhere. Why is everywhere, Pastor? Because the Bible even says that Jesus, before He ascended to heaven, He even said, I will go to heaven, but I will send the Helper. And who is the Helper? The Helper is the Holy Spirit. Who is He on earth? Who is He on earth? Who is always there, always speaking, always trying to guide us, always trying to lead us closer to Him, always trying to go to the right way. Then He's going to try to speak with us 24 hours a day. But then there is a problem. There is a problem there. Because if you say, Pastor, if the Holy Spirit is always trying to speak, always trying to help me, always trying to guide me, but why sometimes many people end up making mistake? Wake up. Why people end up making mistake? Why people they end up going astray or behaving a better way or doing something they should not do if they are listening to the voice of the Holy Spirit? If the voice of the Holy Spirit is always there, why people making mistakes? Why people does not go forward in their faith? Well, the problem lies here in the battle that each one of us will face. Because within us, there is always a battle, guys. Within us, within each one of us, it doesn't matter who you are, there is a battle between the voice of the emotions and the voice of the Holy Spirit. Basically, the voice of the emotions, it is all the other voices that we spoke about. Social media, critical voice, evil voices, the impulsive voice. Then, for instance, let us see, you are there at school, and someone says something, or someone do something against you, and then you feel very angry in that moment. On the spot, you want to react. On the spot, you want to fight. You want to say something back. You want to behave in a better way. But then comes the voice of the Spirit of God say, let it be. Put aside. Don't bother that thing. But then your feelings are speaking louder. The impulsive voice, your emotion is speaking louder. And they mean what they do. They put aside what is the right thing to do, that is should be quiet and to avoid a fight. And they say, no, I'm going to fight. I'm going to say something back. I'm going to punch that person as well. Because look what that person has done towards me. They end up, putting aside or silence the voice of the Spirit and giving ear to the voice of their flesh. And they end up making mistakes. They set a barrier on their life. They set a wall between them and God. Because they just give into the emotions. They just give into what they are feeling. Then always it is bad within us, within many. For example, why sometimes there is a war in the mind, in the soul of many youths when it comes about to get committed, to come to church, to come on Wednesdays, to be there on Sundays, to let it go some, to literally take their faith Seriously. Why there is a barrier within many youths? Why? Why even though the person knows what is the right thing to do, but in the end they decide, no, I won't do that. Because they always giving ear to the voice of their emotions. They are allowing what they feel to control them. Because, stop for a while, what is more easy, to give up or to fight? What is more easy, to give into your anger or to resist that anger? To give into our laziness, today I want to stay here home, I want to go to church, I don't want to go to school. I will even lie to my parents. I'm going to say to them that I'm sick. I'm sick. What you feeling now? I don't feel well, Mom. Yes, I don't feel well. I don't know. I have something here. I can't go to school today, Mom. But what are you feeling now? I don't feel well. Hold me, please. I need to sit down. You make a scene, right? Okay, stay. Few hours later, or few minutes later, finally, I escaped today. I understand. You make a way, you don't want to be there. Many they end up, giving to that. No, I don't want to go today. I want to stay home. I don't want to. It's confused. It's strange. Then the voice, this emotive voice, the voice that many youths end up giving to, confuse their life, lead them to behave in a way they should not do. Lead men, to just to follow what they are feeling. And they are putting aside the voice of the Spirit of God. And that is something we need to watch in ourselves many times. Because if all the time we just keep giving ear to what we are feeling, to our own emotions, to our own feelings, we create, as I said, a barrier. We create a barrier between us and God. And that is where they make so many mistakes. They get stuck. They don't go forward in their life. They don't get committed because, as I said, it is more easy to give up than to fight. It is more easy for us to give into what you are feeling than to be serious and say, you know what, no, I need to go to school. I don't feel to go, but I need to go there. I won't say to my parents that I'm not feeling well. I'm feeling well. I know I can go. I know what I'm feeling now. It's called laziness. Then I need to go to school. This is, as I said, sometimes it's more easy for us to give into our own emotions. And it is this that many they do as well concern their life with God. Because sometimes many they prefer to give ears to what they are feeling. They look to someone and they say, oh, that person is so nice, I should date that person. What that person has done to me, I cannot take, I'm going to fight back against that person. What my mother, my father told to me, I cannot take it. I'm going to reply back. I'm going to say something back towards them. Someone is offering you drugs or cigarette or drink, whatever it may be. Oh, I'm going to take it just one time just to taste it. Sometimes it's more easy to give into our own emotions than to tell to ourselves, wait, don't do it. Wait, I don't need to do this. I don't need to go in that way. Are you understanding, guys? There's sometimes what is more easy, to resist and to listen to the voice of God, or to give ears to our own emotions? What is more easy? What is more easy? To give ears to our own voice. Because in your life with God, in this life here, you need to resist whatever you feel. If we go by what we feel, we're going to make many mistakes. We're going to stumble. We're going to fall. We're going to, disappoint people. We're going to get frustrated in our life because we are listening to the wrong voice. We just go by what we feel. And that is not the issue of many young people. They are too much feelers. They go too much by their feelings. They get stuck. When we should just put aside what we feel. For you to understand better, the Bible even says here, guys, in the book of Revelation 3, verse 20, It says there, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in to him and dine with him, and he with me. Then what the Holy Spirit says, I'm always there. Doing what? Knock. Mean I'm speaking to you. I'm trying to reach you. I'm trying. But if you don't listen, if you don't open the door, I won't be able to go in. And what does mean, Pastor? To open the door means you put aside what you're feeling. You place aside your feelings. Pastor, but I'm feeling down. I'm feeling weak. I'm feeling like I need to give up. I'm feeling that I cannot make it. I'm feeling that it's too hard for me. It's too hard for me to get committed. It's too hard for me to forgive. For me to let it go these wrong ways here. It's too hard because, my family says so many bad things. I have so many people, pressurize me, trying to put me down, say that I'm not good enough, say that I'm this, that I'm that. It's too hard, Pastor. Oh yes, you have so many feelings, so many voices speaking to you. But when you hear only one voice, and then you silence all the other voice, He's going to come to help you. And that is the voice of God. That's the voice of the Holy Spirit. When you have that feeling to give up, it is on that moment that you need to say to yourself, no, I won't give up. When you're feeling to go out and give it to your desire and give it to your temptation, then you tell to yourself, no, I won't do it. I won't go in that way. I will not allow this feeling to control me. I'm feeling very upset. I'm feeling very angry there. I will not allow this feeling to control me any longer. I will not allow what people are saying to me to make me react in a bad way. No, I will not accept it. Then you resist. You resist against that feeling of worries that many of you have concerning your studies. You end up, become so much overwhelmed with your education. You don't want to, socialize. You don't want to come to church. You don't want to do anything because you just focus your education. And as more as you are too much worried about your education, as more as you decrease. The problem is you are too much worried, too much stressed with your education. And then you end up not doing well there because you are overwhelmed with your feelings, making so many mistakes. Then worries will not help you in anything. It will make you just feel more bad and more concerned about your own life. Then guys, hear the voice of the Spirit of God. Put aside all your concerns. Don't go by what you are feeling. Go by the voice of the Spirit of God. Amen? Stand up there, guys. Because all the time that you allow your feelings, your worries, your desire, whatever it may be, to play up with you, to speak aloud in your life, it will cause a barrier. A barrier that it will impede you to get closer to God and to reach your goals and projects in life. Because each one of you here, you have a project. You have plans for your future. And I believe the majority of you also want to get closer to God. Then do not allow your worries or your feelings be a barrier between you and God. Why does someone build a barrier or a fence in a house? What's the reason why? Protection? For what? Something, right? But a barrier or a wall or a fence separates. It separates two places. Then don't separate yourself from God. don't create a barrier between you and Him. Don't create a fence. And that fence is your emotions that you're giving to. Because when you decide to hear the voice of your feelings, you cannot hear the voice of God. Because that voice becomes lower within you.